Oh, microphone. Let's put the microphone closer to me. Can anyone hear me? Can people hear me? Oh my god, the chat is going so fast and it's in slow mode. Are you serious? Oh my god. The chat is ridiculous. Hey Danius, thank you so much for the super chat. The chat is like crazy. The chat is nuts. Ice water, I have my hydro flask right here, baby. J Kerr, I just got paid. Thank you so much for the super chat, J Kerr. I got my hydro. Oh my god, my hydro flask is like invisible because it's like because of the green screen. But I haven't finished my iced coffee from earlier. I wonder if it's gonna look like I'm like not drinking anything because the straw is green too. Someone just sent me a super chat. Where did it go? Oh no, it looks gray. That's funny. IVM, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Foodie Beauties. The army green for hydro flask is the shit. Yeah, it is. IVM, thank you so much for the super chat. I have my little black pink light stick here. Oh, I needed to put lip gloss on. Dude, I'm fucking okay. So I follow a group of gays. I follow a gaggle of gays on Instagram, and they were all talking about how they fucking love this or whatever. And I went and bought it, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with it. It has like the most, I love it. I'm a YouTuber. See that? I'm YouTubing. I hope that looks fine. A gaggle of gays. Oh, okay, so let's like address some things. Oh, this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Kisser Luscious Lip Balm in Hint Mint. It has a really good taste. I actually enjoy it. I don't really take it around with me. I'm not like at the store like putting on my lip gloss or whatever. This is the one I usually keep in my pocket. This is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm with SPF 25 and natural mint. I'm a Fenty boy, guys. You're gonna catch me next year on the on Amazon Prime, strutting the runway for Rihanna, for Miss Fenty herself. But okay, let's talk about some things I wanted to talk about. Are you gonna address this drama? I am gonna address this drama. I went back and forth with talking about this because, like, let's be real. Like, I'm not trying. Well, what am I trying to say? Let me like collect my words first. But well, I wanted to do this first. Okay, so everyone was asking me where the fuck. In my last video, because I was using my phone to read everything, and I had like 50 or something comments of people being like, what's the phone case? What's the phone case? Or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, YouTube Underground. Thank you so much. Love you, Yaba. Where's the phone case? It's not a phone case. It's the actual phone. So if you watch Simply Nailogical, oh my God, I can't get this off. I have like no nails, so it's hard for me to get things off. So if you watch Simply Nailogical, oh my God, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's gonna be like really bright, but it's just the Galaxy Note 10, and it's an aura glow or whatever. But it's like this. You can't really see it, but like because of the green screen right now, But that's just how it looks, and I just have like a little, I'm gonna have to put this frosted case on next time, so that way y'all aren't distracted by the phone. Because I can't really read that well, so I have to hold I can read well. I just can't read with my eyes. So yeah. That's the phone. That's the phone to you. So we're gonna talk about it all. I didn't want to bring it up because it was like, I'm not really trying to like, okay, look, let's just talk about it. Shaquanna Jefferson. We're gonna talk about Shaquanna Jefferson first. We're just gonna fucking get it out of the way. I've liked Shaquanna. I actually really enjoyed her fucking shit. I enjoyed her videos. I know that they're not like the best or whatever. I've sung her praises on my channel time and time again. Like I've really gone out of my way. Well, not gone out of my way, but every time she's been brought up, like in live streams or whatever, like I've mentioned her before. Like I mention people that I authentically watch and I like. Like that's just how I am. I'm not trying to like ride anyone's dick or whatever. I'm just honestly like, if I like something, I'm gonna share it with you guys. That's just how I am. I talk about a lot of other things I like too. Like, you know, it's not scandalous. There's no ulterior motive. I'm not a part of some like conspiracy to like get people like, and honestly, if I had that much juice, like if I had that much juice to like make people's channels blow up, don't you think I'd make my own channel blow up first? Like, I mean, I know I'm coming up to 50,000 subscribers or whatever, but it's like, I don't really have that much juice. Like, I'm not like that influential, real talk. So when I see something that I like, so like I like Danny Sue's, I like Rose's Ranting, I like Charlie Gold, I like YouTube Underground, I like a lot of these. I like The Biggest Mikey, I like fucking Iris. Like if I like them, then I will mention them if it's in an organic way, like if it makes sense, right? So that's just how I am. Like, and I believe that there's enough to go around. Like there's no, what, you know, if anyone wants to make a fucking video and put it on YouTube, then like, bitch, you won. You've already won the game. Like that's because it takes a lot of guts to do that sometimes. And I'm just gonna like, anyone can do it. It's ridiculous. Like honestly, it's like, I'm like so tongue tied right now because it's fucking annoying. And I also don't think that like we should be gatekeeping who can and cannot make videos about ALR. Like who fucking cares, dog? Like I don't care if you're watching her for the first time or if you're watching her for the fucking billionth time. Like who fucking cares? Like it's not that fucking deep, you know? So it doesn't matter. Like it's and I don't agree with everything everyone does all the time. And Charlie can even admit this too. Like we even talked about it in a stream one time because it was the whole Norma, and she was thinking about, and I saw that she was thinking about doing the interview or whatever. She was contemplating it or whatever because people were bringing it up, and Norma was pushing it because she really wanted to do it, which was really fucking weird. And she was talking about, you know, and I was like, I don't think that's a great idea. I even said that to her. Like I said that in the live stream. I was like, I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's a good idea. And I've mentioned, I DM'd her about it too. Like I just wouldn't do it because in my opinion, I think they're trash people. So I don't really want to give them a platform like that. But also I just don't think I think it's a lose-lose for whoever does it, because at the end of the day, you either have to come people are going to either want you to come really hard and like try to like get them with like the gotcha questions or whatever. And if you don't do that because you want to be a decent human being or whatever, then you're considered weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also she has cancer. So like, are we going to really get on here and like try to like get her with like a gotcha questions or whatever? Like I'll talk about her behavior and what she's doing in comments like that, but like I'm not about to like, it's just not a good look. Either way, it's a lose-lose in my opinion. That's how I looked at it. So I told her, I was like, I don't think it's a good idea. It is what it is. I don't agree with everything everyone does. Well, it is what it is. It's stupid, dude. It's so fucking dumb. I understand that you can be critical of us. Like I don't think if you knew, this is the thing that was really getting to me about her. She honestly thinks that we don't get any kind of like pushback or insults or anything like that, dude, I get it all the time. I just don't talk about it because I don't want to give these people a fucking megaphone. I don't want these people to know that I care or whatever. I don't really care, but I don't want them to know that it's like, I just don't care. Like, I don't want them to know that I read it or whatever. It's just like, just let it go. Like, I'm not gonna like get on here and complain about it in a fucking 15-minute video while I smoke a cigarette on the fucking toilet. Like, it's stupid. Like, it's so dumb. Like, it doesn't do anything for anyone. So send me insults, whatever. I just fucking mute it and keep it pushing, because it's like there's no business in trying to sit there and argue with people who don't like you, because it doesn't matter what you say. At the end of the day, they're gonna still not like you. Also, I want to point this out too. If you say something dumb to me and I have the spirit of the clapback within me and I feel like I'm gonna clap back, and I clap back and you don't like what I have to say, that's your fault. That's not my fault. I'm not above it. Don't think that I'm not above saying something back, stupid and petty. Like, it's in the name. Like, so, and also don't get mad if you say something in a public forum. Like, people send me DMs of them being like, saying that I'm an evil person, da 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 da. I don't post those DMs and like fucking try to dog them out. If you say something to me in a public sphere, I'm going to respond to you in a public sphere. And it's not my fault that I have almost 10,000 Twitter followers or almost 50,000 subscribers and people are gonna go to bat for me. Like, it's not my fault. So remember that. Remember when you address people, like if I got on Twitter right now and I said something really fucking stupid to Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson and I tagged them in it or whatever, do you not think that like 1 million of their followers would come and dog me the fuck out? Do you not think that that's what would not happen? Like, they're just gonna all sit back idly and like not say a fuck. I've seen people get torn apart on Twitter for saying something negative about James Charles or whatever, and I get it all the time because I say things if I think they're funny or if I think they're true. It's like, I said something about Manny MUA the other day and I got a couple fucking people on my Twitter being like, you're a fucking asshole, da 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 da, you don't know shit about Manny, blah blah blah. And I accept that because guess what? I went on Twitter and I said it. It is what it is. Like, just, it's fine. You don't agree with what I had to say. Cool. It's fucking fine. Like, just keep it pushing. Like, and I get death threats. I get called a fat fuck. I mean, Shaquanda practically called me a fat ass in the video too. So it's like, I get it all the time. You know, it is what it is. I don't talk about my weight stuff that much because it's still something I struggle with a lot. And it's even like, and I know that coming on here and talk, I don't have the balls to really do it. Like, and I'm not about to sit on here and like, like, I don't know. It's like, I understand that. I understand that about myself. I talk about this with my therapist every week. Like, it's just, I'm not strong enough to do that yet. And so I just figured that like, if it looks like I'm losing weight, if I lose weight and it'll show on camera, that's just what it is. Okay. I'm not out here fishing for compliments. I don't come on here and I'm like, hey guys, I lost 25 pounds this month. Like, da da da. I don't do that. I just don't do that. Like, I just do what I have to do every day. And if you see it, you see it. And if you don't, you don't. And I don't really care that much about what people think about my weight loss. Like, it's for me. I should only care. It's self-image. I care about how I look and I care about my health. Like, I don't really give a fuck about what strangers online think about how I look. It just cool. Like, you know, like, but I'm not gonna get on here and bitch about it. Like, it just is what it is. Just keep it pushing. So, with that being said, she had a lot to say about me, Charlie, Zach, and other reaction channels. I think it was mostly stupid. I agree with her on something, like there's some things I agree with her on. Like, I even think I'm preachy. I even think that I get it. I understand why some people don't like what we have to say or like how we go about things or whatever. But like, who cares? Like, people aren't gonna like you. It's just a fact of life. So you know what you do? You just keep it fucking pushing. You just let it go. Under the Veil, thank you so much for the super chat. Under the Veil, go and subscribe to Under the Veil. I love her. So what else did she talk about? Oh, this is a great one too. So she talked about the fundraiser, right? So if you've been following me for a while, you know that when those fires happened in California, when were those fires? I think they were like last year. I think they were last summer. But during that time, I did a fundraiser on YouTube where all of the super chat donations went directly to the California Fire Association, because there was a lot of people in need of supplies. The firefighters were in need of meals, and I found this company, and on YouTube they were vetted out by YouTube to be like an actual a real charity. And so they had an option where you could literally make it so that all your super chats went directly to the to the charity. And I think we raised something like $800 to like $1,000. I don't remember the exact price. I don't remember the exact amount of money we raised, but that's that's how much we raised. And then we did AmberCon 2.0, and Zach was like, maybe we should do like a fundraiser thing or whatever. Like, let's do it again for the Trevor Project. And so he did a GoFundMe on the GoFundMe website, and we shared it, and we raised 700. I'll even show it right here. You can even go to the site. It's there right now. Like, you can literally go to it right now, and it shows. So this is the website. This is the live website. AmberCon 2.0 fundraiser. We raised $702. Our goal was $500. It was met. Zachary, it says right here. Can I? This bigger. It says right here, Zachary Michael is organizing this fundraiser on behalf of the Trevor Project. Donations are 100% tax deductible. Why is that? Because the Trevor Project was the only beneficiary of this GoFundMe. Like, they were the only ones that received any money. Zach didn't receive the money. I didn't receive the money. CXNT didn't receive any money. Justine didn't receive any money. KDW, we didn't receive any. We didn't get any money to our own pockets. Okay, so this was the GoFundMe. It went directly to the Trevor Project, because that's how GoFundMes work when you're raising money for established charities, right? If it's not a private person like Norma or whatever, like, the money you send them is going straight to Jerry's pocket. This money went straight to the Trevor Project. Now, if you remember, during the AmberCon, Zach was having a lot of technical difficulties, and he was having issues getting the stream up. So at the very last second, it was decided that we would just do it on my channel, because I had everything set up, because I don't know, I fuck with this. At this time, I mean, we were still pretty new to the game at this point, and I think we were all still under, I think I was at like 20,000 subscribers, and Zach may have been at like 30 or something. So we were still kind of new to all this. Like, we didn't really understand how this all worked. So we called an audible, and at the last second, it was decided that we would just come on my stream. So I booted it up really quick, because you guys were all waiting. We were like, it was like 30 minutes after so I just booted it up real quick. I started the call, I got everyone in, and we just started. I had forgotten, once you start a stream, you cannot turn monetization or the super chat off. So I sent the link, I put the link in the description, because I know the way that super chats work on YouTube is I get 50% of whatever you donate. I don't get the whole amount. YouTube takes a cut. They take like a 50% cut. So I knew this. And I was like, shit, people are going to start donating in the super chats, because I mean, we're doing this Trevor the Project, you know, like, people who would normally not donate money in the super chat are going to start donating, because it's going to a charity. So I told all my mods, I was like, this is the link to the GoFundMe. I need you guys to spam this link. Spam. And we said over and over again during this, do not donate super chats. Just donate directly to the GoFundMe, over and over again, directly. And you can go back and watch the stream. Like, you can see like Miss Music Lover, a bunch of my mods at that time were just spamming the fuck out of the GoFundMe. And we ended up getting a lot more donations doing that. But at the very beginning, because I hadn't had it set up and I didn't realize what was happening, there were some people who donated super chats. And I think it was like $20. It was like $20 to $25, right? So I was like, shit, all right. So when that happened, I went and I made my donation for $50, because I was like, all right, I'm just going to like give my own money, because I'll just recoup it into the GoFundMe. So I donated $50. So $25 from the super chats, and then $25 from myself. Mind you, it's actually not $25. It would have been like 16 whatever, because, or no, not 16. I can't do math right now. It would have been $12.50, because I get 50% of whatever the super chats are. I don't get the full amount from the super chats. So I donated, what is that? $37.50 of my own money to cover the super chats. And it's literally right here. Here's my name, Michael Lawrence, $50. Like, that's what happened. So I wasn't the beneficiary of that stream. Here's another news flash for you. The majority of my live streams aren't monetizable. They just aren't. Like, they just aren't. So a lot of them I don't even try to monetize because I sit on here and I cuss the fuck out of people. I say dumb things. Like, I get it. I understand why this wouldn't be fucking monetized. Like, I get, I'm surprised when my normal videos are monetized. So when she was like going off on this whole thing about how we were like frauding everyone out of money and all this dumb shit, like, it was like, you know what? When have I personally ever led on that I was like out here trying to like scam people out of them? I've never done that. Like, and that's not my character. My friends know me. For 4 fucking years in high school, I volunteered at the Desert AIDS Project every weekend. Like, I'm a charitable person, and I don't come on here and sing to the hilltops of how charitable I am, but I do things like that. Like, that's just so pissed right now. I just hate that, like, that's the like narrative that was like trying to be spun, that like Zach and myself are like these frauds who are gonna like scam our own community out of money. Like, it's fucking dumb, dude. Like, I literally, and that's the part of that's not the part that had me the most livid, but that was the part that like really got me. You know what, if she wants to come in here and say that like I go above and beyond, like she even made a video. Okay, when I did the Facebook post video a long time ago, she even said, like, I wouldn't do something like that. I think it's scummy, blah, blah, blah. I even wrote on that video of hers, I was like, you know what? I kind of agree with you. No hard feelings. I kind of agree with you. I probably, looking back on it, like, I was like, fuck, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, it was kind of gross. It was kind of, like, I even agreed with her. Like, I am not prone to, like, not accepting any kind of criticism. Like, I'm okay. Like, it's okay. I don't agree with everyone does, and I don't expect everyone to agree with everything I do. Like, but she wanted to go on this tangent about how we're fake and we've changed. And I mean, yeah, maybe we have changed a little bit. I think my videos have gotten a lot better. Like, I try a lot harder in my videos. I try to edit them better. I've gotten a green screen. I've gotten microphones. I've gotten better editing software. I've gotten a better fucking camera. Like, at the beginning of this, I was like doing this all on my fucking phone. Like, so yeah, like, we have changed. We're playing the YouTube game. She was going on about how, like, Charlie didn't deserve her subscribers because, I'm sorry if I'm not responding to the chat right now. I'm just like, it's a stream of consciousness right now and I'm just trying to get it out. Bleh. She was going on about how, like, Charlie didn't deserve her subscribers. She didn't, like, earn her stripes. What the fuck does that even mean? Earn her stripes? What does she need to do? Go to fucking war? She need to do a tour in Iraq or something? It's fucking YouTube. It's not even that fucking serious. Like, excuse me? And who are you to decide that? Like, I don't even, and this whole thing, like, oh, she's scamming the system or whatever, like, or whatever the fuck she was talking about. Like, I don't understand how she got those fucking, all those subscribers or something. Like, have you watched YouTube lately? There are people who blow up to get 1 million subscribers in like a fucking day. Have you seen Girl in a Van? That bitch literally uploaded one video and got 1 million subscribers in like 3 days. So it happens. It just happened. Oh, was she the token van black girl? We're gonna get on that too. Don't think we're not gonna get on that either. Is she the token black girl in a van or whatever? Is that the only, because a bunch of white people felt sorry for her? So now now a bunch of people are gonna subscribe to this like young black girl who lives in her van. It's like this conspiracy, like all these white people out here, like, you know what? Yeah, we need to show these people. We need to show that we're not racist. So we're just gonna all subscribe to like like, shut up, dude. Like, and that's the thing is, I can't tell. Like, is she racist? I don't know. She's dumb as fuck. At the very least, she's a fucking idiot. So I don't know. People are gonna be like, wow, you've really changed. Well, when someone shows me that they're a piece of shit, then you know what? Yeah, my feelings do change. Sorry about it. Like, if you're gonna come on here and drag everyone's entire existence like that, I don't want any parts to do with you. For the longest time, I kind of considered her that like weird aunt that smoked, and like, the weird aunt that you saw at the family reunion, just like, like, she's weird and everything, but you know what? She's our aunt. Like, like, it's fine. She does a little questionable shit every now and then, but you know what? It's her. Like, she's ours. We'll claim her a little bit. Whatever. Keep it pushing. Like, but like, dude, I did not realize that it was like that. Like it was gonna be like that, you know? So yeah, I don't fucks with her and I don't like her anymore. Sorry. And if that makes me an asshole or whatever, then so fucking be it. But if you come on here and you start espousing and saying dumb, ignorant shit like that, talking about her, like, dude, I can't, dude. Okay, maybe she's not racist, but at the very least she's prejudiced. Like she has some kind of biases about her. I don't care how much black dick you take, you shouldn't be saying shit like that, period. And her excuse, like, what was her excuse to? I have the fucking pictures. Let me just fucking pull them up. Clear the throat. What is this? So what did this girl say? This girl, Anna Marie, I'm gonna say the fucking name. I don't give no fucks. That's another thing too. If you have the balls to say something online, you better have the ball and your name's attached to it. That's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna block out your name for your fucking life. Like you're stupid, first of all. Also, who even knows if this person's real? But she put, I always knew I fucked with you, girl. I agree completely about Charlie Gold. I know this is a hot take, but as a black woman, a lot of who I see supporting her are patronizing white women, and I don't think their support is genuine. Oh my God, queen, we need a makeup tutorial. You're stunning. Okay. Aside from all that, she is totally personally invested in Amberlynn, and it's cringy, self-righteous bullshit. Like, she needs to lean back and laugh at this bitch with us because she looks like she's an obsessed lunatic. Her N-word video is a prime example. Well, you know what? I agreed with Charlie in her N-word video. But it's like, first of all, let me just put it out there. Black people can be prejudiced too. Black people can have biases too. I can't tell you how many times growing up I was accosted by like a black person because I talk white or I have light skin. Like, colorism is a thing. So if you don't think that doesn't exist in other communities of color, you're fucking delusional. I mean, it's talked about all the fucking time anyway. Like, we know that, like, this exists. Okay, so then Shaquanna wants to respond because, you know, she's got to blossom verbally. Get the fuck out. That's exactly what I told Abby last night. LMFAO. Everyone wants to have that token black woman that they fangirl over, and she is just the biggest one on the block right now, saying nothing new. Most of her supporters are, I don't know why she capitalized R, the white people. While a lot of black women I've seen sub to her before she started chasing that money said, why are you doing this? This isn't what your channel was supposed to be. I'm gone. I never seen the N-word video. I haven't seen a video of hers from start to finish because honestly, it's boring to me. But also Abby and I died talking about the makeup and the contacts too. If it was anyone else's besides the new queen of hater, I love this. This is my favorite thing. I don't think any of us have ever dubbed ourselves like the king of haters or like the queen of haters. That's something that a lot of the fans do or whatever, and it's cute. I think it's funny. But if you think that, like, we honestly think that we are the king of that or what, like, no one claims that. Like, no one, you're stupid. No one claims that. It's just funny. It's a joke. It's not that serious, right, Shaq? It's not that fucking serious, right? Right? Like, I can't. It's so stupid. But also, Abby and I died talking about the makeup and the contacts too. If it was anyone else besides the queen of the hater club, dark as shit, with the wrong foundation shade on purpose, pussy pink eyeshadow, and Marilyn Manson contacts, you would be dragged all over the fucking YouTube. I must admit, though, I have been mad over the mental illness thing too and was actually pissed. But Amberlynn gaining weight, whatever, about 20-minute ad. First of all, I don't think Shaquanna puts that many, or whatever. Shaq puts a lot of ads in her videos, and she's actually admitted that before. Charlie doesn't put a shit ton of ads in her videos. But it's like those comments, like the dark as shit, wrong foundation. First of all, bitch, if you knew anything about a black woman's existence in this time of day, you would understand that buying makeup when you're a darker complected person is hard as fuck. It's not, there aren't a lot of options out here. It's only until recently that beauty companies like, I'm gonna pretend like I know much about makeup right now. You're gonna know like Fenty Beauty, that's the only one I really know. Fenty Beauty, who else does it? I don't really know. I don't really follow makeup that well because I don't wear it. But like Fenty Beauty, whatever. There was another NYX. Was it NYX Cosmetics did like a really vast foundation change or whatever. But like people like Jackie Aina or I don't know, people don't like her or whatever. But like she has been coming on here and like literally like yelling from the rooftops like, we need makeup for people who are darker complected and it not look like shit, okay? And it's just now until recently that there has been more makeup options available for people who are darker complected. And bitch, you don't even know how black girls put on makeup. It's a completely different process than how a white woman would put on makeup, because why? Their coloring is different. So a black girl isn't gonna use the same highlight or the same fucking powder that a white woman would use, because it would look stupid. Like, so I don't even know why you're even talking about this, because it's fucking dumb, okay? And her excuse is like, well, a black woman was the one who said it, and I was responding to a black woman. Well, guess what? Black women can be biased too, and prejudiced too, and colorism is a thing that exists. So shut the fuck up. You sound fucking stupid. It's so dumb. It's so annoying, dude. Like, and then the thing that gets me too is like this, and I know a bunch of people are gonna be like, wow, I can't believe you're coming on here and dragging her, blah, blah, blah. Ride Charlie's dick any harder, da, da, da. First of all, if Charlie had a dick, it'd probably be too big for me to take anyway. Second of all, if you say dumb things, we have the right to respond to you. And I know I've seen this happen too with a lot of the drama channels. Like, they want to, like, someone is gonna make a video, right? Like, let's take for instance that Earth Mother girl, whatever. She makes a video and she names all of these people and talks shit about all of these people. And then when all of these people respond to her, then they're like, oh my God, they're ganging up on her, da 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 da. So are they not allowed to respond? So like, if you make a video and you shit talk a bunch of people and then all those people respond to you, that's ganging up now? What the fuck? That makes no sense, dog. That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. That is so stupid. That would be like me going to fucking, going into a bar or something and going down a line of people sitting at the bar and told them everything that was wrong with them. And then the second they turned around and were like, fuck you, da 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 da. I'd be like, oh my God, you're ganging up on me. Why are you ganging up on me right now? Well, maybe because I sat here and I decided to criticize y'all to death. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. If you have the balls to say it, have the balls to take it. That's all I have to say. It's so dumb. What else did Shaq say? I know she blossomed very verbally. I'm glad my initial weight loss helped you. That is awesome. Just don't fuck up and get that ID gaff attitude like me that last year. Oh, that's right, because she did her 5-bite diet and then gained all the weight back. I got a little too cocky with myself, and look how that turned out. And as far as the race thing goes, not the first time and won't be the last time, I'm sure, because I don't walk around all PC and I won't online either. You know what? This whole idea that like you can't go around like making demeaning comments about the color of someone's skin and that makes you non-PC, or like asking people to be more considerate of what they're saying is being too PC. You know what? Shut the fuck up. Like, I agree to an extent about stuff like that, but the fact is, no one started talking about Charlie's race like that until you got on your camera and exposed your ass like that. Like, you were even saying that in your video about how like people only fuck with her because she's like the black girl. What? So did people only fuck me because I was the black guy? Like, is that the only reason I have to owe my entire fan base to the color of my skin, the fact that my dad happened to be black? Like, that's so stupid, dude. If your skin is naturally dark as shit, like, meaning dark as fuck, like, I love how she, like, clarified, like, oh, dark as shit is, is I can't, dude. I fucking can't. I can't. It's so dumb. It's literally so dumb. And she'd, like, sit there and, like, defend this shit. It's so dumb. I'm sure it will be twisted or has been already, and you use foundation that makes you look orange. She doesn't use, like, oh my God. It's so stupid. You have no idea how contouring works for a black woman, so shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't even think you know how to put on makeup. The one time you put on makeup, you look like a bitch from the Drew Carey show. So it's so dumb. And I'm gonna tell you, and if that makes me racist, whatever, Nima Tang is my favorite beauty YouTube. I love that. I love when people like get called out for like their biases, and their immediate response is, well, I watch black people, or I sleep with black people, or I'm friends with black people. You're dumb. That's what you are. You're dumb. You're a fucking idiot. What else did she say? Nima Tang is my favorite beauty YouTuber and has been for years, and she is the darkest there is on YouTube, and her face never looks orange. And well, if you're telling me you watch someone like Nima Tang, then you would understand how hard it is for her to find foundations that fucking match her skin. Like, are you stupid? Like, do you even like, do you like have like micro strokes while you're like writing sentences or something? and you just like forget, like you have like micro amnesia or something. Like it's so dumb, dude. She even talks about that, about how hard it is to find foundations to match her skin. Like, if I left the house, even as a white girl, with pasty white foundation, scary contacts, and why are her contacts scary? Is it jarring for you to see someone with a darker complexion with light eyes or something? Like, why does that? Why it's scary? It's scary out here. You're scared. Ooh, you're scared. Like, wow, I didn't know someone's eye color was scary. Like, bitch, like maybe if she came out with like with those white contacts, maybe then that would be fucking jarring. But just so you know, just so you're aware, Shaquanna, Charlie is Haitian, I believe, and there are some Haitians and stuff that do have some light colored eyes. I mean, Todrick Hall has light color. He's not Haitian, I don't think, but there are some people of color that have light colored eyes. It's shocking, right? It's shocking. What else did she say? I would expect people to tell me it doesn't look good. According to who? You people? Do people just come up to you and read you for filth because of how dumb you look? If that's a common occurrence in your life, then like I'm sorry, but like most people don't walk around being like, bitch, your makeup look fucked. Like, you're stupid. The original comment wasn't posted on Twitter though, of course, because the race baiting wouldn't have worked as good as it did. You're the one who brought up her race. You're the one who brought up her race. Like you brought up the color of her skin. You did. What else did she say? Shannon was the one who brought up Charlie's race, you dumbass. No, actually I did not. Actually you did. You did. You were the first one to bring it up. I watched the YouTube Underground's video. You did. There's nothing subtle about me, and point blank said what she was thinking. Just because you have the balls to say dumb things doesn't make you a ballsy person. Like, I mean, I could probably say a lot of dumb shit, but like I have the wherewithal to know that like probably isn't gonna go off that well. Like, you know, like I understand people think fucked up shit a lot, but like it takes a true idiot to say it online to a bunch of idiots. It takes a true idiot to say it online to a bunch of strangers, and like then get mad when people call you out for the dumb shit you say. This is exhausting reading this dumb shit. Like, I feel like I'm, like, getting dumber. And I don't care. You can all take that back. I don't give no fucks. Also, I would also like to point this out. She was talking, too, about how everyone was, like worried about, like, where her money, because she was doing this whole thing where she was like, oh, I'm gonna put as many ads in my videos and I'm gonna donate half of the proceeds to the Humane Society or something, blah blah blah. Well, I haven't gone to jail, so I'm sorry if that makes me an asshole for saying that or whatever, but like there's no reason for people to not trust someone like Zach and myself. Like, we haven't done anything that's sketchy like that. So, and also we weren't asking for money to us, like on our person. Like, we weren't asking for you to donate directly to us. We actually had you donate directly to the charity itself, because that's what you normally do when real talk, when you're trying to do a fundraiser like that, you don't like ask for money to yourself. You ask for people to donate directly to the charity. That's what people do on Twitch. Like, I've seen people do that on Twitch all the time. You set up a link and you have people just donate directly to the charity. I think I already read this one. Oh, is this her like saying like, I'm not going to be that white patronizing bitch that is like, literally, she's like, I'm not going to be that white patronizing bitch that is going to tell someone that their makeup is fake. Like, literally, you are. Like, you are being that white patronizing bitch telling a black girl that her foundation doesn't match her skin. Like, do you not see that? You literally said that. I did call her the one token YouTube sub. Like, that's fucked up. Like, if you don't even understand how fucked up it is to say something like that to a black, like, like, have you ever even watched South Park? There's like literally a character on that show whose name is Token, and like it's supposed to be a play on that. Like, do you not grasp how fucked up that is? Like, I can't. She is the only black female in the list. Callie is black too, and she's been doing this a long time and killing the game. I have only shouted out 7 channels here since, and I have been on YouTube. 2 are white, 1 is Mexican, and the other 4 have all been black women. So far, anyone to say I'm jealous that a black female is doing well on YouTube and I am jealous of that is disgusting. You are jealous. You are jealous as fuck. That's the only reason you care about all this. I'm not going to come here and pretend to be super triggered when she literally sat there for 16 minutes and railed on Charlie and myself and other people like us. Like, I'm triggered as fuck. I'll admit it. I'm triggered as fuck that, like, I shouted this girl out and I actually liked her. I feel bamboozled. I feel befuddled. I feel lied to. Okay. And I knew that she's not a perfect person, and I don't expect people I associate with to be perfect people. I just didn't know she was this fucked up. So my eyes are open. I see the light. Shaquanna, you should have left her skin color out. You knew what the fuck you was doing. Oh, get the fuck out with that shit. Only insecure black women play the race card. Only insecure black women play the race. Like, you're gross. You're gross as fuck. Over something as petty as some white bitch saying their dark ass skin doesn't matter. Why do you keep saying dark ass skin? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, something's wrong with you. Something must have happened to you. I don't know. Did some black girl take your lunch money or something growing up? Because, like, there's something about Charlie that really triggers you. Really triggers you. Because it's not that deep, dog. There's, like, who cares? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Because that's the thing is, you didn't criticize Charlie's behavior. You criticized, like, her appearance. And then you, like, then proceeded to, like, minimize her to her color of her skin. That's not okay. Like, it's gross. I don't like it. So I'm coming online to say I don't like it. Funny thing too is, I wanted to talk about this too. She did a second video where she tried to backtrack, but bitch, it's too late. Once you say it, you said it. In that video, she was like talking about how, like, she doesn't want to make a bunch of money on YouTube because she doesn't want to get taken off of her, like, disability, her social security, and, like, her government housing. You know, you don't have to monetize your videos, right? Like, you're aware, right? There's literally a button that you push that says monetize, demonetize. And you don't have to monetize your videos. So this idea that, like, you don't want to make money, but you're also monetizing your videos and you're scared that you're going to get kicked off your social security. She also talked about how she, like, aspired to be on, like, disability, which is, like, very interesting. I don't know. I don't think I've met a lot of people that, like, aspire to be on welfare and, like, aspire to have government housing for the rest of their life. Like, typically most people, like, yes, it helps them, but typically most people want to be self-sufficient and get out of that. They don't want to, like, live that way the rest of their life. So I don't know. Maybe you need to check your priorities, dog. What else do I have to say about this? I don't care. I've come on here and admitted that my weight had been stagnant for a long time. I finally got my shit together this past couple months, and my weight's finally starting to go back down again. So I had a lot of shit going on, dude. I had a grandma that was in and out of the hospital with heart issues. I myself have my own issues dealing with the pressures of, like, being a somewhat public figure or whatever, and, like, having people like, you know, like, it just is what it is. Like, a lot of this was very new to me. I talk about the fact that I deal with generalized anxiety disorder. I have panic attacks. I do deal with depression. So yeah, I was really going through it, okay? And my weight was stagnant and I've admitted that before. I don't know why you want to attack me on that, but yeah, I have gotten it together. And if people want to say that, oh, your face looks slimming or whatever, that's cool. I didn't come on here and prompt people to compliment me or anything like that. So I don't know. You're just gonna have to get over it. Like, maybe if you showed yourself on camera, people would compliment you. How about that one? Like, I can't believe that, like, this person's gonna, like, post, like, 50 black screen videos and then be upset that people aren't, like, commenting on her appearance or something. Like, it's so weird. It's so ass backwards. I don't even understand. And you know what? You could have more subscribers if you wanted to, but you've chosen to not at all try to fucking make your channel better. If you've noticed that a lot of us that have started this, even like Rose's Ranting, Danny Sue's, there's no guide on how to do this. There's no prompt. There's no lesson plan on these are the things you need to do in order to be a successful YouTuber. You just figure it out as you go, okay? You've chosen to do nothing. You've actually regressed in your video making skills. Like, you don't even show picture anymore. Like, you could literally edit in a picture at least so that there's something to look at on the fucking screen, but you don't even do that, you know? So I don't know if you want to, if on a real talk, if she had reached out to me a while ago and asked like, hey, you know, I don't have a lot of money, I'm trying to like up my YouTube game or whatever, I would have given her some fucking advice. Like, but no, she wanted to sit on here and like be mad at us for like trying. And you know what? I am gonna monetize my videos. I sit down, I put a lot of money back into this. I've built my computer. I fucking bought fucking light rings. I bought a green screen. I bought a 4K webcam. I bought a fucking camera. This is like actually the second fucking camera I bought, and this is one right here, and here's the other one. I actually use this one for pictures now. What else? I bought this microphone. I bought this chair with my YouTube monies. Like, and a lot of the other stuff I save because I want to save up for my skin surgery. So, you know what? If I get on here and I take the time to make the video and edit it and make the thumbnails or whatever, like, who am I hurting by monetizing? It's not like, that's another thing I don't get is like, who are we hurting by monetizing our videos? Because it's not like you're paying for it. YouTube is like the advertisers are paying for it. So I don't even get that argument. Like, I can't. It's the dumbest shit ever. Speaking of which, I'm gonna play a fucking ad right now. How about that, Shaq? So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about, you know, Shaquanna. I came on here like over and over again because I was like, I don't know if I really want to come on here and like give, because she was all mad at us for fucking calling people's names out and shit. Like, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't come on here and call her name out or whatever. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I give no fucks. If she gets some subscribers from here, good for her. I'm gonna drink my drink. I love how it's in slow mode and the chat is like so fucking fast. Oh, can't you like, oh, you can. Literally said multiple times I haven't been watching her for long. I can only relate to the past and foster care and her unhealthy relationship with food. Do some research. I mean, that's no one, that's the thing that was so weird to me is like, you don't have to be incredibly knowledgeable in ALR to like make videos about her. Like there's no prerequisites to coming on here. Like it doesn't fucking matter. Like it doesn't matter at the end of the day. If someone wants to come on here and do a hot take on her, then so be it. Like, I don't care. Like, it shouldn't be that. I don't expect you to know this woman's entire life. Oh, I wanted to talk about the Norma stuff. It was confirmed, Shaquanna, if you're watching this, you dumb fuck. It was confirmed by Amberlynn Reed herself that YouTube account was Norma. She fucking pinned the comment on her fucking video and said, yes, this is Becky's mother. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. Like, and judging by the shit that she was sending to all of the other and that was the other thing too, is no one reached out to her. They were reaching out to us. And the truth is, the reason why I think that she picked Charlie is because the next two biggest ALR haters or whatever would be Zachary and then myself. And they threatened to sue us. So they know that we're probably not going to be too inclined to bring them on our channel. So the next best step would be Charlie. And I think that's really what it came down to. And I think Charlie's nicer than we are. So I think that's a big part of it too. It's so dumb. It was them. The stuff that they were divulging was like personal. Why would Misty come on Twitter and say dumb fucking, because they're assholes? Has that ever crossed your mind, Shaquanna? That they're pieces of shit? That they're running a go scam me? So why wouldn't they get on Twitter and start talking shit about people? Like, if you knew anything, if you did your research, since you want to tell Charlie to do her fucking research, if you knew anything, you would have seen that we had confirmed that was actually Becky's sister on Twitter. Also, why would they take money out of Amberlynn's pocket or whatever? Because Amberlynn was being stingy. Well, I don't think Amberlynn was being stingy with the money. In their eyes, Amberlynn was being stingy with the money. So they wanted to go around Amberlynn Reid. So they came to us. That's what happened. Amberlynn even said that. She's like, I've given these people so much money, blah, blah, blah. So obviously, Amberlynn was holding back on the money, and they believe that Becky is owed half of whatever Amber has, because that's literally what Norma said. And I have a feeling that because Amber wasn't giving Becky all the money that Becky's mom and sisters think that she deserved, because they're fucking money hungry slopopotamuses, that they decided to go around her and try to figure out a different way to do it. So, sorry, ma'am, you're wrong again, like most of your life. Shaquanna calls her minor nephew. Oh yeah, she does do that too. I love, like, I can't do. I overlooked a lot of that stuff because it was just like, whatever, like, it's not that important to me. So like, just let her go, let her do her own thing or whatever. And I've commented on her shit before. I've talked about her in my streams and stuff before. I even was considering inviting her to AmberCon 2.0, but I knew that would be too much for her. A lot of people gave me a lot of shit for that too. They're like, why aren't you inviting someone like Shaquanna? Because have you seen her? She's erratic as fuck. I'm not gonna bring her on my YouTube so she can go the fuck off? Like, no, I'm not doing that. I like my channel, okay? I'm not trying to get a bunch of strikes. So, I can't. That whole thing was so stupid. That was so dumb. So dumb. Oh God. Now we got to talk about what's next in the folder. Now we got to talk about our girl Chantel. So, Foodie Beauty's been on a tear today. She's very mad at some people. She's feeling, Miss Dingleberries herself is feeling extra bold, extra bothered. She's been on this fat positivity kick lately. She put this thing, I feel free, I feel empowered. I'm not saying being fat is healthy. People of all sizes have health issues. I love that. I love when people act as if like a skinny person having some kind of like cancer or like some kind of like health thing is like dark. Like it's different. We're like, when we talk about comorbidities of being morbidly obese, those are health issues that are brought on by being overweight. It's not like you just drew the short straw and you like were diagnosed with some like awful disease or something. Like those are two completely different things. And if you think that they are equivalent, you're an idiot. They're very different. Someone getting type 2 diabetes from being overweight and eating Arby's beef and cheddars every day is completely different than someone like Nick Jonas getting diabetes because he has renal failure or whatever. Those are two different things. Or wait, no, he has pancreatic issues, not renal failure. Sorry, that was wrong. I am saying that I am a fat girl. I mean, that's great. I don't know why anyone would want to claim that, but more power to you. See, to me, this is like just someone who's just given up entirely. Like when you're just like, I'm not even gonna try anymore. Like, And I am okay with that, but I will lose weight and maybe I won't. Chances are you won't, considering what we've seen you doing mukbangs, like fucking orange chicken mukbangs to the dome. Like it's fucking, like it's a fucking, a breathing apparatus dropping, like the breathing apparatus dropping from the cargo of your plane because it's about to go down. And you're like, you know, like, God, you go to those fast food restaurants, like they're never going to be there again. Either way, it's my life and I'm going, ooh, did you hear my voice crack? Either way, it's my life and I'm going to embrace it instead of trying so hard to live a life I'm not ready for. God, I didn't know that one had to be ready to try to save your life, but more power to you. She's also posted some other things. What were the other things she posted? I don't have that one. Oh, it's because I didn't like it. She had that one picture of her like in her job being like, big is beautiful or whatever. Like big, beautiful, like, first of all, that's not big. That's morbidly obese. It's not big. Like I'm morbidly obese. I define like if you're talking about like body positivity or whatever, like a thicker girl, like I feel like a thicker girl would be someone like, I can't even think of one right now. Like Lizzo is morbidly obese. Like I understand that like people like celebrate her like being okay with her body and everything, but like at the end of the day, like Lizzo is morbidly obese. Like I love Lizzo to death. And like, I think she can come out here and do whatever the fuck she wants. It's her life or whatever. But like, she is morbidly obese. Like, it's a fact. It's not, we're not trying to be mean by saying that. It's just, she's morbidly obese. It would probably be a lot easier for her to like do tours and do her performances and stuff like that if she was a health. Ashley Graham's probably a good example of someone who's just like big. Like, she's probably overweight or like obese, but she's not like grotesquely overweight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niecy Nash, yes, that's another good example. Who's that girl who is in Community? Oh my God, I can't remember her name. She does all the Walking Dead stuff a lot. I can't remember her name. Anyway, but she's been posting things from like Fat Girl Flow. I hate Fat Girl Flow, in case you wanted to know. She's been this is like her newest one that she posted. Making many of us posy fatties feel good about ourselves. What about this is comfortable? He looks uncomfortable. Like, that's crazy. This is not positive. Nothing about this body is positive. I'm sorry. Yvette Nicole Brown. Ariel Winter. That's another good one. Nothing about this is good. This is very dangerous. Very dangerous. So annoying. So she was going on and on about all that. That's fine. Go on about all that. Feel you. Join that. I mean, I love how she's trying really hard to get into that crowd, but I don't even think they'll accept her because like, I don't care what you say. It's degrading when you're that heavy to come on and like fucking eat a bunch of food like that. Like, I don't think most big people want to do that. I don't think most big people want to be seen in a light like that. Like Tess Holliday is trash. I don't know why you would want to be like Tess Holliday, but it just, and eating the food like you've never like had like manners taught to you in your entire life, eating with your fucking mouth open and shit, like it's fucking gross, dude. I can't. I don't like mukbangs because I don't like eating sounds, so I have to like wait for people to like watch them for me and then like send me the things because I know in one of her mukbangs she was talking about how people don't get on people for smoking cigarettes. Are you that deluded, Chantel? Do you not realize that there's literally taxes, that people who smoke have to pay higher health insurance premiums, that people who smoke can't be inside buildings and smoke too? Like, and she thinks that she's like she's being persecuted as much as people who smoke cigarettes. Girl, if there was a rule that said that you had to be with like outside 20 feet of a building as a fat person, like you would lose your fucking mind. Like, you have no idea how hard it is to be a smoker in this day and age. Like, get out of here. Get out of here, ma'am. Get out of here. So there's this YouTuber named Hungry Fat Chick who's very problematic. She put this: my binge eating is out of control at the moment. I don't know why someone would like post a picture of the food with it. Like, that's very weird to me, but whatever. I've had small binge the last 2 nights, going just over my calories for the day. So today I just said fuck it and went for the gold. There's nothing I love more than hearing someone give up. I mean, it just makes me feel really good inside, I guess. I stuffed myself sick with chicken fingers and sauce from Raising Cane's. I didn't even shoot a video. Wow, brave. So brave of you to not film yourself gorging yourself. I didn't care. I honestly hate myself right now. God willing, I will get back on track tomorrow. That's the plan. I feel like dog shit and this can't continue. Hashtag self-sabotage. Hashtag binge eating disorder. Hashtag like BED. Hashtag self-loathing. Hashtag fat chick fails again. I don't know. Why would you even post that? Like, if that's really happening to you, like, seek therapy. She has like 154,000 subscribers, so she has to be making enough money to see a therapist. If that's really the case, then like you need to get yourself like a really good specialized binge eating therapist. And when you're having feelings like that, instead of posting it on fucking your community post for some extra clicks, how about you go and call them and figuring out like what's a better way of coping with that instead of, I don't know, broadcasting it online. And then Chantel decided to do this. Hating yourself is part of the problem. Love yourself and accept you for who you are because you are awesome no matter what. And eating chicken fingers doesn't change that. We're not like, you can eat chicken fingers, Chantel, but like eating that many chicken fingers and then like monetizing it, or like you should feel some kind of regret for that. Like, and you're dumb. I don't know why you're coming on here and like telling her to like encouraging this behavior. You should encourage her to be seeking some kind of treatment, and some kind of inpatient treatment. Because let's be real, Hungry Fat Chick's only issue isn't her just being fat. Like, it's from my understanding that like she can't even have custody of her children because she can't take care of herself because she's fat. That's above and beyond just being fat. Okay, so if we're gonna sit here and pretend like being fat doesn't have repercussions because of it, health repercussions, societal repercussions, fuck, if you're losing custody of your children because you're severely overweight, that's a bad thing. Like, that's not a good thing. That's not, you shouldn't be accepting that. You should be trying to change it, okay? Some people had some things to say to her. So of course, being Chantel, she came on here and she said, shut the fuck up, saying you will laugh when someone croaks only. I mean, I wouldn't laugh when someone croaks. That is pretty fucked up. Go get your brain checked. I mean, Chantel, you should go get your brain checked. Orange Chicken, go make another fake account. Stop talking out of your ass. Like, I love when Chantel likes to clap back. I also love when she does this because she gets so on about like people's comment sections being toxic. So then she goes to other people's comment sections and is toxic on there. So it's like, no one can be toxic on Chantel's channel, but she can be toxic on other people's channels, which is like very interesting. I love that, like, that double standard that she has. This is, in my opinion, this is considered self-harm. Like, you're self-harming at this point. Like, there's nothing positive about fat positivity isn't a thing. There's nothing positive by being grotesquely, morbidly overweight. It's not okay. There's nothing positive about that. There's nothing positive about being winded by walking to your car, or not being able to go up a flight of stairs, or getting out of breath while you sit in your car eating. There's nothing positive about it. I just realized that I'm in the wrong tab, so I'm sorry about that. But there's nothing positive about it. Sorry, dude. I have like something bit me on my hand right here, and it fucking itches so bad. I have so many tabs open. It's ridiculous. So, oh, another thing I wanted to talk about was, I wanted to talk about, so in a recent mukbang she did, she was telling the story. I don't know how real it is or whatever, but she was telling the story about how she met this dude or whatever, and then she proceeded to like talk about his penis size. She always gets on about like people criticizing her body, but she loves to criticize other people's bodies. And she was talking about how like this guy had a small penis, blah, blah, blah. Where was the one post she made about? Oh, here it is. She put, just a quick message for those saying I'm body shaming a dude in my story time, which you were. I mean, you were also going on about giving tips to men. You talked about how he smelt bad and all this stuff. Bitch, people pick shit out of you when they're fucking you. Like, don't get it twisted, dog. Like, you're not one to be giving people advice. You guys are taking things way too seriously. I do these stories to entertain those who enjoy them and find them funny. Well, I do these videos too to entertain people because you're a fucking joke. If you're easily offended, you probably won't want to watch my story times. There is a difference between being mean-spirited and serious about someone's appearance, etc., and comedy. So, Foodie Beauty is the arbitrator of all things comedy, apparently. Like, didn't she hold up a peppertini or whatever, like, being like, he had a small dick? Like, that's fucking crazy, dude. I watch some parody channels that make fun of me because I know it's humor. I also never made fun of the guy's junk. You literally did. You literally did. I remember saying that size doesn't matter and that I could even make a pillow work. Yeah, right. So please stop using my comment section as an echo chamber. Thanks. Do you know what an echo chamber is, Chantel? An echo chamber is when you like actively go out to like, and you distinguish voices that are different or are critical of you, just so that you get confirmation bias over and over again. That's why you have your comments set to like approval only. So if you go on her comment sections recently, you'll notice that their comment sections are all positive because she's literally going through all of her comments and approving only the nice ones, which in my opinion is more detrimental to someone's mental health. Like, I would never want to go through all my comments and have to read every single thing and have it approved, because I would think that it would just incentivize people to say meaner things to you, because now they know that you have to actually read the comments, whereas before they didn't have to. And then she goes on about her like fake surgery or whatever. I'm in the band where I don't think the surgery is happening, because she went on and talked about how she was deleting all of these videos having to do with dieting and and all this stuff, and she deleted all of her videos having to do with her surgery. Well, she didn't delete them, she privated them. So that's why you'll notice that her like views didn't go down or whatever, because when you delete videos, you get a big ding in your viewer count or whatever, in your views. I already talked about the Shaquanna stuff, so you're just gonna have to wait until this is uploaded and then rewatch it. I'm talking about Flobby Bobby right now. So yeah, that's what she said, right? About how she doesn't criticize people's bodies. Remember that? Well, this is from my video. Foodie Beauty is the copyright cop. This isn't this video. Oh, is this video monetized? I don't think it is. Most of my Chantel videos aren't monetized because I'm like really mean. But let's just listen, shall we? I hope you guys can hear this. Let me make sure that you guys can hear this. You should be able to hear this.
If you're going to...
Oh, she was talking to this guy named like Vegan Cheetah or something like this. I don't know. He was like calling her out on her like faux veganism or whatever. So yeah.
To expose anyone for being fat, maybe start with your face.
Wow, that's very body positive of you. How dare, like, God, Chantel. Wow, that's so nice. It's so nice of you. You're such a nice person, Chantel. Why doesn't everyone love you?
Like, were you stung by a wasp nest recently? You should get that checked. Number 2. I know you want me, Simon. I know you have an obsession with bigger girls, but you can't have me. I don't fuck with men whose noses are larger than their dicks, okay? Number 1, I have a thick ass, and without the proper equipment, it's just not happening. You seem very...
Wow. Okay, so you would never criticize a man in his junk, right? Or like, she said things to me too about like how like just because I can see my penis again, like she's very quick to do that. That's not very body positive of you. See, this is my biggest issue with the whole body positivity thing or whatever, or like what it's become, is that like men are never included in this conversation. But that doesn't seem very positive of you to go around and criticize that man and his penis. So it's not far-fetched for people to think that when you did that story time that you were shaming him, because that's what you were doing and because you've done it before. So I don't know, dog. Seems kind of rude to me. Get off your high horse.
Very obsessed with us fat chicks. Maybe get help for your issues.
Ew, that's me. So yeah, to sit here and pretend that like she hasn't criticized a man before, she hasn't criticized a man's size before, It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. There's literal proof of you doing it. There's more cases of it too. I'm just too lazy right now to go through and find it all. Real talk. Hey, Karina. Hey, girl. Hey. So make sure you come correct with all of that. Make sure you come correct before you start doing all of that shit, right? I mean, I could bring up the video of you threatening to call CPS on a girl because you don't like her. We can do that one again. That one's a good one. That's one of my favorite ones, actually, when you're fucking smock that you wear every day when you're doing your fucking feedings. What other ones did I want to talk about? Oh, we're going to talk about Mikey. So, Biggest Mikey is a YouTuber. Check out his channel. I think it's Biggest Mikey. I know he's Biggest Mikey on Twitter. He's probably in the chat right now. He did a video reacting to her mukbang and her bullshit that she was doing. He did a great parody at the beginning of, I don't know who's, I'm not really that into rock, so don't shoot me. He did a great parody of Last Resort. Like, I think the song's called This Is My Last Resort. And it's like, this is my last mukbang. But this was the this was a community post that Chantel decided to put up. Another quote unquote reaction channel. That's what it is. Why does she always put quotes on things that don't need quotes? He is a reaction channel. He reacted to you. Like, it's not a quote. It's a reaction channel. That claim this is another reaction channel that claims this is fair use and not bullying. This shit has to stop. I am reporting all videos that come up in my recommended like this. This is another hateful, bitter person bigger than me. Once again, have we learned nothing from you coming for Charlie Gold again? Like, have we learned not a thing? Not a single fucking thing has been learned. I mean, that's why you are the way you are, Chantel, is because you don't learn. Like, I wonder if your brain is capable of, like, receiving and retaining any kind of knowledge. Because, like, you would think that once you've been burned, like, once or twice by doing insane shit like this, you would just stop. Like, I can understand you not liking him. It's fine. Like, don't like him. Don't like what he has to say. But as soon as you start being like, I'm reporting people, they're bigger than me, they can't say anything. Like, that's where you fuck yourself. Because you want to come on here and claim that you're fat positive, but then you want to criticize his body. Like, the fuck? Like, it's so crazy. And has lost a few pounds and adopted a holier than thou attitude, says the bitch with the most holiest of thous attitude. Uses my name for views, but I'm the bitch on this platform, right? True. Do I go and make this shit on my channel? You would, and you probably will. So let's not pretend like you're above it. You've done it before. I just played a video of you doing it. No, any videos I have made were in self-defense to shit like this. Girl, you're fucking whack. And then you went on I love how you think that you are the decider of like what is okay and not okay on this platform. Just so you know, and Amberlynn too. Amberlynn trying to play it off like she called YouTube up directly. She got the bat phone directly to Susan. Amberlynn picks up a phone and Susan answers immediately. Yeah, Amberlynn, we're going to get right on that for you. We're going to get on it with those reaction channels and get them out of the way. You realize that, like, most of my videos are monetized. And they're monetized through manual reviews, which means that someone at YouTube is literally sitting there watching my videos and saying, yep, that's fine. It's fine to upload. So, if, in fact, that YouTube was going to do a crackdown, wouldn't they just demonetize, or wouldn't they watch my videos and be like, this is against our terms of service, and just delete my channel altogether? My videos are confirmed by manual review a lot. So what's the point? Like, what are you trying to say? Obviously, if they felt a type of way about it, the channels would be gone already. In fact, Mikey had videos up of him reacting to Amberlynn. I don't know about you, before his channel got monetized. Your channel has to go through a process. It's reviewed by a person, and then they decide whether or not it can be monetized or not. His was monetized. So obviously they're okay with it. Get over yourself. You have a messed up obsession with me. She loves to think that dudes are fucking obsessed with her. If you got a dick and even if you're not straight, I think that if you got a dick, she thinks that you're obsessed with her. I don't know where she gets that self-confidence from, which is very interesting to me. You need help. I am sorry you hate yourself. All you are is another obese person who loses a few pounds. Oh, it's like literally the same thing she wrote on her community channel. Attitude and is trying to dick ride like all the other unoriginal, boring ass reaction channels. Except yours is bullying and has been striked. Look in the mirror before judging anyone, my friend? Before judging anyone, my friend. And then Mikey wrote, I have looked in the mirror and in doing so, I left 170 pounds from a once 500-pound body in the dust and haven't looked back. I love that. But it's like, what didn't she say something about like this guy being only kind of bigger than her or something, or is bigger than her? He's also probably like 6'6". Like, you weigh more than me, and I'm a whole 1.5 feet taller than you are. So, what's your excuse, dog? Like, I'm confused. I'm very confused. And then Callie wrote, oh no, this is a different one. She came for my girl Callie. I don't know why people think that they can come for Callie all the time. It's fucking annoying. If you come for Mikey, people will come for you, sweetheart. Also, don't you have surgery coming up on October 3rd? Why is social media holding more importance than taking care of your health in real life? I really would like to know. And then Foodie, she responds, your channel is next, bitch. I think Foodie Beauty thinks that this is like a Nightmare on Arby's or something. Like, and she's like Freddy Krueger and she's going to come out here and like get people. Like, it's so weird. Like, your channel's next, bitch. Ooh, uh-oh. Foodie Beauty coming for y'all. Callie responded like the queen she is. The fact that you feel the need to threaten me and the health of my channel demonstrates what little regard you hold for others. You feel as though you are above reproach, and your superiority complex often clouds your judgment. I supported you for a brief period and found you entertaining. However, Chantel, I'm not afraid of you, and you will not intimidate me, period. Boop. She's awful, dude. When people say that she's awful, it's because she is awful. This person is awful. She is awful. Okay? That we're not making this up. This is just what it is. This is the person she is. She's rotten from the inside out. And she thinks that she has like all of this control and all of this power, and she likes to swing her mighty hammer at whoever she sees fit. And it's not okay. And you don't scare me. Not many people on this planet scare me. So, this is a picture, dude. This is a screenshot. I didn't do this. I didn't doctor this picture. This is what it is. I'm showing her how she is, dude. This is what it is. Oh, the music stopped. IG versus reality. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. That hair. I mean, I know that like baldness is a thing that can happen to women, but like if you truly don't think that like what you eat and the way your body is not play a huge factor in the fact that like that's what's happening to you, then you're deluded. Like, as someone who had dealt with hair loss or whatever, I have found that as I've lost weight and I've upped my intake of vitamins is up, my hair is growing back thicker and nicer. People are asking for the track, so I'm gonna put it in here. A hormonal imbalance, Allie? Could be. Steph puts eyeshadow on her. I think she has one of those like shaker bottles or something. So yeah, she came for Charlie. She came for... I mean, I don't want to be this person, kind of. Well, I kind of want to be this person. But have you noticed the types of people that like she seems to be going after lately? There's a commonality amongst the three of them. I'll let you like decide what that means. Callie, Charlie, and Mikey. Also, I wanted to say real quick. Can we talk about how cute Callie be looking in her fucking picture right here? Like, this is what Callie actually looks like. And this is what Foodie Beauty wishes she looked like. When in reality, she be looking like this. Yikes. I can only imagine how, like, pissed Chantel is right now about all of this. Oh, I don't, Lord, I don't expect you to stop fucking with Shaquanna. I'm not coming on here to like try to convince people to not like her or whatever. I'm just gonna say my piece because if she has the right to have her opinion, then I also do too. And someone tried to come at me yesterday in Yaba's comment section about how like in Europe they're taught how to critically think, and I need to take a step back and like not be so reactionary or whatever. Well, she made that video like days and days ago. I waited like 4 or 5 days before I came up with a response. First of all, Americans have the ability to critically think as well. Allie Marie, she be looking like the principal from Matilda. I think the Crunch Bowl looked a lot better, actually. That's rude of you. I'm just kidding. But we have a right to respond. Like, if someone's gonna come on here and call me a fraud and call me a dick rider and all this stuff, like I have a right to respond to that stuff. Like, I don't know, like I'm just supposed to not say anything? I'm supposed to just like keep it pushing? Like, no, ma'am. Like, and for a while I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want to give her any kind of, I don't want to give her any incentive or like even indirectly promote her channel. I mean, she doesn't want people subscribing to her anyway because she doesn't want to make any money. That whole thing makes no sense to me. I don't want to make any money from YouTube, but I'm going to monetize all my videos. The fuck? What kind of logic is that? Yeah, go watch the YouTube Underground for the tea. Yaba has all the tea. I made my fucking green tea last night and I sat in bed and I just like watched that whole thing all the way through. What, Karina? Yeah, there's a girl named Shaquanna Jefferson that decided to call Charlie Gold the token black girl of YouTube, and that's the only reason she has subscribers is because she's black. And then proceeded to like be mad at us for monetizing our videos, and then talked about how she doesn't want to monetize her videos because she doesn't want to get thrown off of Social Security. And it's like, you know, you don't have to monetize your videos. It's not like YouTube sits there with a gun to your head and is like, you will hit the green button. You're gonna hit it, bitch, whether you like it or not. Aphrodite's speech. Please make a video explaining all of this, right? Give us a concise version. I can't even think right now. The well-researched version. Is it bad that I don't even know what TLDR means? You saw that girl's video when you saw Yaba's? Yeah. She also made a second video trying to backtrack, being like, I love Michael, but I'm going to call him a fraud on here. And it's just my opinion, guys. It's just my opinion. I love when people do that. When they're like, they come in here and say some like crazy ass shit. And they're like, it's just my opinion. Well, your opinion's shit. And this is my opinion. You're a piece of shit. How about that? Let's fight opinions with opinions. Too long, didn't read. Okay. Spark Notes. Yeah, I loved when she came for Callie and was like, your channel's next, bitch. Do you think her instead of like Freddy Krueger claw, it's just like a glove with like Arby's curly fries on the end? She's just like, I'm gonna get you a nightmare on Arby's, a nightmare at Arby's. It is. It's a remix of, here, I'll like show it to you guys. The name of the playlist is Zelda and Chill, and it's by Game Chops. I've been playing the new Zelda game, so I've been like really fucking with the Zelda remix. Oh, and since Chantel thinks that like we shouldn't be making money on this, I'm gonna play another ad. Boop. I know people think I think I'm mean sometimes. So it doesn't really offend me when people are like, you're kind of mean. Like, I know I'm mean. I can be mean. Like, I can be also nice. I can be a lot of things. Like, I'm not like, I don't feel like I like go for the throat too much, but like if you push me there, like I will go there. And if you think I'm not going to respond, have you met me? Have you seen any of my videos? Like, of course I'm gonna have something stupid to say back. Like, that's just how I am. Unless it's just like a death threat. Then I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna really fuck with that. Like that one Ken guy, when he's like, oh, I showed up at his house, or I was like, what? That's so crazy. Oh, and then he unblocked me today. That guy, he unblocked me today and was like, let's start from scratch. Bro, you just said you were gonna come to my house. Like, I don't think so. There's no starting over, dog. That legend guy or whatever, that's like a weight loss legend but doesn't have any pictures of themselves. Like, that's so weird. Are you going to, you know, it's funny too, because I actually do fuck with the fish fillet, but does it look like I'm holding it? Oh, there's like a delay. I feel that a big reason why we're so frustrated with the horribly self-sabotaging, unhealthy people is that they remind us of our own worst aspects. Agree? Yeah, I've said that before. Like when I see people making excuses or whatever that are like, we're in the same predicaments as I am or currently in, I'm like, dude, you're being full of like, you're full of shit. You're lying to yourself. So when I see people being on here being like fat positivity, I'm like, you're lying to yourself. There's a reason why you're overweight, and it's probably something more dark and sinister than you're letting on. The reason why you're eating a bunch of calories at night isn't because you just feel like it. It's because something happened to you and you're coping with something, and that's your coping mechanism. So if you come on here and you're like, oh, I'm doing these mukbangs or whatever because like, and I'm gaining all this weight on here because like I love to do this, like you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. And I know like this quote from Kate Hudson isn't like a good, is it Kate Hudson? No. Who's that supermodel that's like super famous? Her name's Kate though. She's like one of the first supermodels. She's white. What's her name? I think it's Kate something. Kate Moss. It's Kate Moss. One of the most famous all the people like, oh my God, so many Kate Mosses just like flooded the chat. Kate Moss, one of her most famous quotes is, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. And as someone who has lost weight and who used to be like upwards of 600 pounds and is now down to 330, let me tell you, nothing feels better than like getting out of bed and it not hurting anymore, or putting on a pair of jeans that haven't fit since you were in fucking middle school or whatever, or like going to the store and like going and getting the 4XL t-shirts and then being like, damn, I swim in this, I can wear a 2XL tee now. Like, or getting into the fucking car and getting the seatbelt and putting it around your body and not having to use two hands, just being able to do it with one hand, or sitting down in a car and the steering wheel not being in your gut. Or what else feels really good? Not walking sideways through doorways. Fat people get mad at people who lose weight because it reminds them that they have a choice to live healthier, but don't. Get that coinage, petty poppy. I'm down almost 20 inches since watching y'all. Congratulations, Kayla. I want to say most fat people don't get down on other fat people for losing weight. It's a very small but loud number, like segment of people who do this, and it's people like that are in that fat positivity shit. Like I was, before I even started a YouTube channel, on my own personal Instagram, when I first lost weight, I put a side by side up of when, after I've lost my first 200 pounds, when I lost my 200 pounds, when I literally lost 200 pounds, like I've lost like 200 pounds multiple times. When I lost 200 pounds, I put a side by side up and I said, I feel so great. I'm so happy I did this. The amount of dumb shit that people had to say on there, from people like, this is harmful to big people, you shouldn't be promoting this, blah, blah, blah. It's harmful to big people to say that there's a possibility for you to lose weight and live a healthier lifestyle. That's harmful and dangerous. The fuck? Like I had never known that there was that existed. So then I started doing some research, and then I ran into people like Obese to Beast and people like Everyday Damn Fitness. I'm probably saying his name wrong. And Alan, I am so sorry if you're watching this and you hear me. I will never get it right. I'm just gonna say EDDF. I'm just gonna say EDDF from now on. Who talked about how like there's a whole community out there that like literally encourages people to stay fat and sick. Like, and it's like really it's fucked up. Like, I think it's fucked up because I don't every damn day fitness. I don't feel good. I didn't feel happy. I wasn't happy when I was at my highest weight. I didn't feel happy eating all that food. I felt sad. I felt awful afterwards. And like, do I feel like 100% better now? No. Am I going to feel 100% better when I finally get to my goal weight? No. Am I going to feel 100% better when I get the surgery and get the skin removed? No. No, I'm never going to feel 100% whole. I'm always going to have body issues. But you know what? I'd rather have body image issues and like be healthier and not have high blood pressure and not be pre-diabetic and not like have kidney issues. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd much rather like be at a healthier weight and deal with those body image issues than deal with those body image issues and also be sick. Like, you know, and that's what I try to like tell people or whatever. Like, it's not all about like being able to fit into like skinnier. I mean, that does help. It's nice to like not have to be like at the highest part of like the big and tall store. Like, I'm always going to be in the big and tall store, like Biggest Mikey or whatever. Like, he's also a tall guy. Like, even if we get down to our lowest weights, we will probably always have to shop at a big and tall store because we're so big, like we're so tall. That just is what it is, you know? So, but it's nice to not be at the fucking end of the rack. It's nice to be in the middle, you know? So, I don't know. That's just my like 2 cents on all that. Your energy level, true that. Well, my energy level is kind of like right now, but I've been like drinking coffee again, which is really bad. Misery loves company. That's why ALR and Foodie Beauty won't quit YouTube, and why fat acceptance activists bring people down for being healthy. Yeah, also a reason why ALR and Foodie Beauty won't quit YouTube is because this is all they have. This is literally all they have is this. So it is what it is. On program situation. Hey girl, hey Rose is ranting. I lost 40 pounds. It feels good. You don't hear yourself breathe, right, Melissa? Agree. No, Russell, I see you. I'm sorry, the chat is just really fast. Even in slow mode, the chat is just going really fast. I need to start like... I just diagnosed with Hashimoto on top of having PCOS. Oh wow, that's crazy, traveling ghost. I'm sorry to hear that. You want to I'm not in a car. I love when people really think that I'm like in a car. Uh-oh, something happened. Is my stream still here? Did it die? Oh, it's still here. Hey guys, hey. Yeah, when you go to the when you're like super overweight, like I was, and you go to the doctor and they start listing all of the things that are like potentially wrong, and like what you're like, what you're on track to like to happen to you, it's fucking terrifying. Like when I went and saw my weight loss doctor and they went and you do the initial, they do a full blood plan. Things like that make me wonder how true Amberlynn was about that whole weight loss doctor thing, because when I went and saw my weight loss doctor, the first thing he did was like a giant blood panel of like everything. He checked my kidneys, my liver. He even checked to see if I had H. pylori. He checked a lot of things. And he was telling me, he was like, you're anemic. Like you have, you're pre-diabetic. Your like cholesterol levels are super high. You don't want to be taking an anti-statin. They fucking suck. They are not fun. They are not symptom side effect free. They make you feel like shit. You have high blood pressure. We're gonna have to put you on high blood pressure medication. I don't take blood pressure medication anymore. My blood pressure is normal. Like I went to the doctor last week and my blood pressure was 115/75. Like my blood pressure was perfect. Like, so, I'm 30, Selena C. I love that name. I love Selena. Selena. How much is skin removal surgery? Well, I'm going to see if my insurance will help cover it, but I kind of have a doctor in mind that I want to see, and I don't think they'll cover me to see him. Because if I get this done, I want to get it done right. Like I'm like very like, because I know that like, because I already know myself. Like I already look at my body and I'm like, ugh, like I like, you know, and I know that I know after surgery I'm gonna have some real tough times. Like I already know it because I already have tough times now. And there's a plastic surgeon, a board certified plastic surgeon in LA who specializes in doing skin removal surgery for people who've lost extreme amounts of weight. And I've seen his pictures and everything, and he does amazing work. Like absolutely, I am not going to Mexico. I don't even want that promoted on my channel. I'm sorry. I've heard horrible stories. There's a girl in my weight loss support group who went and got her shit done in Mexico and then turned around and had to get it done here and fixed, and she almost died. Okay, so the whole Mexico thing, I don't advise it at all. I mean, there are shitty doctors here, but no. So he has done amazing work, like because my biggest thing too is like my chest, because I had like really big man boobies and I'm really like self-conscious of them, and so I want like and he's done really good at like reconstructive work for men, and I think he even does trans men, what's it called? I don't know what it's called when you get your chest done. Chest reconstruction, I think that's what it's called, when trans men get chest reconstruction surgery. Are you married? No, I bought this for myself. I'm a single bitch. Top surgery, yeah, I think it's called that too. And he does really good work, because I've heard of people losing their nipples, and I'm like, I don't want to lose my nipples. Like he does a good job of making the nipple smaller, and he puts them in really good spots, like where your pec muscles normally are. Because I've seen people that get it and like their boobs, their nipples are like way out here, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. They need to be closer in. Obese to beast and get surgery. Yeah, that's like a personal thing. I'm getting surgery. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna lose all this weight and not get the surgery. And I'm a baby when it comes to pain, and I'm not the greatest person when it comes to stuff like that, but like I will do this. I will get this done. So because I'm not gonna, I mean it's fine. He looks fine. It's a personal decision. Boob removal, I don't think it's that. So yeah, so I've seen this, and he doesn't take my insurance. I know he doesn't. So out of pocket, it probably costs somewhere like $20,000. And then also you have to stay in that hotel thing for like 2 nights. You have to stay in like a recovery hotel. That costs a lot of money, because there's like literally RNs there that watch you. So I'm getting that surgery. Fuck that. I'm getting that fucking surgery. I mean, I've been doing all the steps with my doctors. Do you still have stock investments? Any tips? Okay, this is my tip. I have a financial advisor that I see. When I was 12 years old, my grandma told me my grandma's very good with her money. We're going to put $5,000 into a stock account for you, and you can pick anything you want. So I picked, this is all luck too. I picked Amazon, and I picked a rheumatoid arthritis medication, and I picked Big Dog. Do you guys remember that clothing company Big Dog? I don't think it's around anymore, because when I was younger, that was the only shit that I could find. My grandma can't cook. My grandma's not a cook. They were the only clothes I could find that were like kind of okay looking for a kid to be wearing, because I was at 13 years old, I was 6 feet tall, so like it was hard for me to like find clothes that were like weren't for old men. You know, that like, so I would wear a lot of Big Dog, and I wore a lot of Big Dog boxers and stuff like that. There's no Big Dogs here, so I don't know if they're still around or not. So I put $3,000 into Amazon, $1,000 into the rheumatoid arthritis medication, and $1,000 into Big Dog. Well, Big Dog didn't do that great. I think we ended up selling it at like $600 a share or something, or $600 for all our shares. The rheumatoid arthritis did okay. It made like, let's see, we put 1,000. I think we cashed out with like 2,500 because Amazon was just doing really well. Like Amazon just took off. Like, because this was before they were doing online sales and stuff too. I think they were still just doing like mainly books. So, sorry, I'm supposed to meet my friend for dinner. So, what is Humira? Was it? No, it wasn't Humira. It was something else. It was my grandmother's friend had really bad rheumatoid arthritis, and it was whatever she was using. I don't remember what it was called, but it wasn't Humira. This was like before Humira, I think. Like Humira's kind of relatively new. So we sold all of that when we saw Amazon taking off, and we put it into Amazon, and now that stock portfolio alone is worth like, I don't know, I'd have to look it up. I think it's like almost 6 figures. But anyway, so yeah, because we bought when it was like $2 a share or something now. Like it was super cheap. It wasn't Lyrica. I don't remember it's some weird name. I can't remember what it's called. We bought when it was something like $2 a share, and then we rebought again when it was like $15 a share. So we put whatever money we sold from Big Dog and that other one, and we bought it. So, and I think now it's like how much is a share of Amazon worth? How much is one share of Amazon stock? I don't know. I can't find it. I don't think this is right. It's up. I think it's somewhere like $1,000 a share now or something. So we like bought when it was like at $3 or $4, and now it's like $1,000 a share or something. So that stock did really well. So, and then my grandma, she has her own stuff that she does. So I'm not a millionaire because I bought a car. So what happened was whatever money I had in that account was what I could buy a car with when I turned 16. So I took $16,000 out and I bought my Mitsubishi Montero, my first car. I don't have that car anymore because I got in a car accident. And it wasn't even my fault. I'm so pissed about that because I love that car. I bought it was a 2001 Mitsubishi Montero. I love that car. Michelle the Mitsubishi. And so when I sold it was Amazon was taking off, but it's nowhere near what it is now. Like Amazon, even when I graduated from high school, Amazon was doing well, but it's like it's a whole nother beast now. It's a whole other thing. so I sold some of my shares. So I like cut into like the profits of which I have now. So I bought a Mitsubishi Montero. It was white. It was everything. I love that car. My car was like the shit. I drove that car everywhere. And when I was like at a stoplight, like I was just at a stoplight, and some dude rear-ended me so hard. He like wasn't paying attention. It was like him and his friend. They were like 17. I got in that accident when I was 19. And he just he clocked, dude. He hit me so hard. I was so sore after that. He was going like 40 miles per hour, like 45 miles per hour. He wasn't paying attention at all. And so that car got totaled. Like it just bent the frame. I wasn't severely hurt in it or anything. I think one guy like broke his arm, but he hit me, so it wasn't my fault. But yeah, I was like literally at a stoplight. I was like on the phone too. This is so bad. I was like talking this was before there were like laws against like talking on the phone and driving at the same time. And I was just like sitting there, like talking to my friend, and then also just like, bah, like just from, and you know when they say you should always like keep your phone in your pocket or something, or like you should never, you can never rely on knowing when your phone is when you get in a car accident, because what happened was I got hit and my phone ended up like in the back, like in the back of the car. And so like I was just like, what the fuck? And like, thank God I had my seatbelt on. And so the car got totaled, and then we took it into the appraiser, and I got full price. I got $15,000 back, which is kind of crazy. I like pretty much got how much I paid for that car. I haggled the fuck out of it. It was listed at $19,000, and I got it for like 16 something with the fucking warranty too. I was so proud of myself when I walked out of that dealer. I was like, I can't believe I like got him, and I got him to make me a second key. I was like, no, we're leaving. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I was like, we're going. Come on, grandma. He was like, we're leaving. And so we just fucking left, and like we were like in the car, and he's like, no, okay, fine, we'll do 16, blah blah blah. And I was like, fuck yes. And so when I got into the car accident, I got 15,000 from AAA. And so then I went and I bought my Nissan Maxima. I got like a 2006 Nissan Maxima, used Nissan Maxima. I bought that one for 18,000, somewhere around there. I love that car, but then I got too fat and I couldn't get in it anymore. So then my grandma, I ended up giving that car to my grandma, and then we sold her car because she had like a Toyota Camry, because my car was nicer than her car. My grandma doesn't drive that much, so she's not that pressed on like what kind of car she drives. She really shouldn't be driving that much anymore. I try to like not let her drive, but you know how old people are. They're like, I'm driving. I'm adult. I'm an adult. I'm like, oh my god. And then I got my Ford Explorer. Yeah, my grandma doesn't believe in debt, so like her big thing is like, if you're gonna pay for something, you only buy it if you can pay for it in full, unless you're getting like a mortgage or something. So I mean, I'm obviously, not everyone has the privilege of being able to just pay for things in full, like that's obvious. But my grandma was always very good with her money. And my grandma's a single woman. Like she didn't like inherit money from anything. She was like, she divorced my grandpa like in the 70s too. Like when my mom was in like 15 years old, she like divorced my grandpa because he was cheating on her. Why am I telling everyone this? Anyway, she divorced my grandpa like when my mom was like 16. I think my uncle was like 15 or no, 14. He was 14. He's 2 years younger than my mom. And this was like back when like women weren't getting divorced. So like she like divorced his ass. And then and this was also back then, women didn't get a ton of shit from marriages. My grandma couldn't even open a bank account by herself. Like my grandma tells this story about how, so she went back to school. My grandma's very smart. She's like very driven. She's always been like, she's kind of a feminist in that aspect. She's always like, women can do for themselves, so they don't need men to do for them, you know. And so she went back to school. She would drive from Palm Springs to El Centro. If anyone knows where that is, it's like an hour and a half towards the border, and go to community college. And she got her degree in teaching. She would do that every night, Monday through Friday, every night. She would get her kids ready for school. And then at night, she would go to night school. And every night she would go with her three friends, her three other girlfriends that were also going to night school. And she got her degree in teaching. And then she became a substitute teacher, and she became a teacher down here. And she taught down here for like 30 years. Like if you say her name to any like teacher or anyone that's been here from, or my mother's a teacher here too. They know who you're talking about. Like oh yeah. Like they know exactly who you're talking about. But I remember she tells this story about how she got a divorce and she needed to open a bank account. And my great grandpa at the time lived in Hopeville. No one knows where the fuck Hopeville is. It's near El Centro. And he had to drive here because back then women could not open bank accounts by themselves. They had to have a husband or a dad or a man co-sign on. Like it's so fucked up. And she told me how she was like, because usually what happens is that to be a teacher you have to sub for a while. And she got her first check from the district and she went to try to deposit it, and they were like, you have to have a bank account. And they're like, in order to have a bank account you have to have a man here to sign for you. And she said she went in her car and she sobbed for so long, and I was like, that's so sad. Like it's so fucked up. Like, and she was just like, I went to school, like I'm a single mom, I'm out here like taking my kids to school and everything, and like I got a job, all this shit, and like I can't even fucking get a fucking bank account and deposit my check. Like this is some bullshit. Like she was so pissed. She wasn't like sad crying, she was like pissed crying. Like she was like, this is fucking stupid. Oh my God, El Centro is my hometown. Mad props to your grandma for being driven enough to do school in the valley. Can confirm yeah. El Centro's I kind of like El Centro. We go there all the time. There's like a Mexican restaurant there that's so bomb. I can't remember the name of it right now. And so she was just like so pissed. So her dad had to drive all the way. My great grandfather, he was a Vietnam War vet. My great grandmother was oh my God, she was like a bookkeeper, I believe. They're from Montana. My grandma is originally from Montana. My grandma and her brother, they're from Missoula, Montana. And I always ask if we can go back there. My grandma's like, no. Like she hated it there. No, like no shade to people from Montana, but she's not a big fan of Montana. She like hated it there. And it's funny though, because they're Irish. They're Irish. And supposedly if you go there and you say like my grandma's like and you say like her surname or her maiden name, there's a shit ton of them there. Like, because Irish people back in the day, they had tons of kids. Like we did my family tree one time, and like my great grandmother was like one of 12. And like her mom was like one of 12. Like it was crazy. Of course, a lot of them died when they were children. Because I think back then you just had, Irish are mostly Catholics. Catholics believe in having tons of kids. But back then you had mad kids because you didn't know if a lot of them were gonna live, right? Because it was like back in the like 1900s or whatever. I think my grandma was born in like 49. So, yeah, so if you like, supposedly if you go there and you're like, oh yeah, I'm a so-and-so, like they'll be like, oh my God, like, and they have like there's like a shit ton of them there. But I don't know how, like, I think I'm like the only black family member. So like, it's funny, I did a 23andMe, and on 23andMe you can sign up for this thing where they'll find your relatives. And one of my second cousins like reached out to me. They're like, hey, it says we're related through here, and I saw the last name. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, my great grandmother was that, or my grandmother was that, but she remarried. And they're like, oh wow, I didn't know we had black family. And I was like, well, hey, I'm here, like, surprise. My friend was gonna move to Montana. She was gonna go and get her. She was gonna go to graduate school in Montana. And so I was like, well, I was like, there's gonna be only one reason for me to go to Montana, to be to visit you. Like, I'm sorry, but she's like a forestry major. She's like getting her PhD in oh my god, I don't even want to say it because it's probably wrong. I mean, she got her bachelor's degree in forestry, but she's getting her graduate degree in forest law, something. I don't know. I don't remember what it is right now. Science, forestry, and science. I don't fucking know. Is the food a part of green skin? Yes, it is. This is not real. This is not here. I forgot where I was going with this. So I was like, oh, well, I guess if you go out there, go to graduate school, then I have to go out there. But she ended up going to Oregon. She goes to school in Oregon now. What were my 23andMe results? I'm like 53% like Caucasian and like 47% black. So I'm just like half black, half white. I'm like mainly Irish, Scottish. I wonder if I have it. I got a new phone and I haven't set up all my accounts yet, so I don't know if I have like the I wonder if I can sign in with Google. If I can sign in with Google, then oh, this isn't right. Sign in with email. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this works. Fuck you! Don't you love it when you like you don't know like what you use to sign up with it or whatever, and you get it right on the first try, and you're just like, fuck yes. I even did the whole can I just get the results, dog? Like, why does it have to be all extra? I even did the whole medical part too. I didn't really. Oh, actually, I'm like less black than I just claimed I am. Sorry. I am 61.2% European. I'm not gonna show this because my name's on it. So sorry. 54.5% Northwestern European. So I'm 30.3% British Irish, 13% French German, and 11.2% broadly Northwestern European. I'm bitch. Oh, I'm coming for Amberlynn's gigs. I'm 0.7% Portuguese. I can't. I'm coming for them gigs, y'all. And then 2.9% broadly Southern European. And then 3% broadly European. And then I'm 38% Sub-Saharan African. So I'm 28% West African. And that includes 9.5% Nigerian, 8.2% Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 5% Senegambian and Guinean. And 6% broadly West African. And then I'm 5.8% Congolese, Southern East African. So I'm 3.5% Angolan and Congolese. 0.4% Southern East African. I keep wanting to say Southeast Asian, but that's not it. And then I am broadly Congolese, 1.9% broadly Congolese and Southern East African. And 0.4% African hunter-gatherer. What the fuck does that mean? What is African hunter-gatherer? Is that like Neanderthal? It seems rude. I'm just kidding. Oh, it's like pygmy or like... Okay. Okay. And then I'm 0.1% broadly East Asian. So I'm Asian. Told you. The rainbow. Taste the rainbow. But yeah, mostly my heritage comes from southern southwestern Africa, and northwestern European. I know, it's kind of cool. I did the whole health one, but real talk, the health thing like didn't really do anything. Like, I don't know. I didn't really learn anything from it, if that makes sense. So bitch, we international up in here. Okay? I'm the token whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Oh, bitch, I have celiac disease. Look at this. Well, I'm like lactose intolerant. I'm like gluten. I'm literally Julian Solomita. I haven't looked at this in like 4 months or whatever. And they always like, they're constantly finding new ways to test things. So they'll like keep your DNA and like they'll, if there's new information that comes out, they'll like I should be getting paid for this. Real talk, if anyone from 23andMe is there, pay me. Like, sponsor me. Oh, I love how, if you want this tea or whatever, Chantel was like posting about how like, and how is anyone going to get a sponsorship, blah, blah, blah. I've been contacted many a time about doing some sponsorships, and I actually have one in the works right now. So you're going to feel shook as fuck when that video comes out. But I have an increased risk for celiac disease. That doesn't mean I have celiac disease though. I have hereditary homochromatosis. What is that? Is that like... Oh, it's just a variant detected. I do know that... Oh, I have a slightly increased risk for late onset Alzheimer's. My great-grandmother had Alzheimer's. So that's kind of scary. I had a half-sister. She had... Oh, it's an iron. Oh my god, and I'm anemic. Too much iron in the blood. Shook. I'm fucking shook, guys. My half-sister had sickle cell. So apparently that means that I'm a carrier of sickle cell. Because I don't think men get sickle cell. But she ended up passing away. I never met her. But she ended up passing away. It was super sad. They even asked me to go and get tested because she needed a bone marrow transplant, and I wasn't a match. But I'm on the donor list. So at any moment I could get a call from like the database being like, we need to fly you to here so you can be a donor. Because if you're a person of color, you should really sign up for the registry, for the bone marrow registry, because there is a severe lacking in bone marrow donations for people of color, and it's really hard for people of color to get bone marrow transplants because there's just not enough people. Wait, how do you sign up? Here, let me see if I can find it. They came to my school and they signed. They like forced me, like strapped me to no. They came to my school and signed me up, and then I went to the hospital and I did all the tests. Where is it? Is it I think it was this place. Yeah, it was this one. Be the match. I'm gonna link it in the chat. So what happens is, because the way that they do bone, like they can't, it's not like blood. Like I'm not a blood donor either. It's interesting, like, I can donate my bone marrow as a gay man, but not my blood. Like, can someone explain that to me? Like, I don't understand that much. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, I can donate my bone marrow, but not my blood. Because I'm gay and I have sex with men. Like, is that law, like, not the most antiquated bullshit ever? What does race have to do? Well, from my understanding, it's like a DNA thing. So, like, usually people who are... Yeah, but dude, like, I understand that's a whole AIDS... But that was, like, so long ago. Like, it's like we can test for it too. They test the blood before they give it to people. They don't just like give you blood, like unless it's like an emergency. Like they test all the blood now because all those hemophiliacs back in like the 90s were like contracting HIV and shit from donations. So they test like it's like a rule now that the blood bank has to test all blood before they give it to people. So I don't know why that's still a thing. So what it is like it's a DNA thing. So like it's bone marrow is like your DNA. And so your DNA is have higher chance of being the similar to people who are also of color. White people, I guess, donate bone marrow more often. The highest chance of you getting a bone marrow like match is from a full-blooded sibling. Like that's usually the highest is if you have a full-blooded sibling, you typically that's your highest chance of getting a match from it. But I mean, obviously it's like roulette. It's just like roulette or whatever. So like you can be a match to a stranger. Like it's just, you know, there's only so many different kinds of genes in the world. So, but the thing is that most people of color don't know about bone marrow donation. So they don't like sign up. So at my school, I remember like at my school, I was like walking by and this girl went up. She's like, "Are you a bone marrow donor? Have you signed up for bone marrow donation?" I was like, "No." She's like, "You need to sign up. You could save so many lives. You have no idea. Like people of color really need to sign up. So you need to come like inside." Blah blah. I was like, "Okay." So I went and did it, and they're like, "So the only thing is though is that if you sign up for that, like say someone's in Illinois, and they need you to come." They need a boat. You have to be. They'll pay for you to like go out there and do everything. They'll pay for the plane. They'll pay for the hotel. They'll pay for the recovery. They'll pay for the hospital stay. All that stuff. Because you have to stay in the hospital for like a day or two afterwards because it hurts. They have to watch you. So you have to go to the hospital though where the actual like transplant is going to happen because they can't like I don't think they can. They can't like keep the donation for that long. Like it's not like blood where like blood can like stay wherever for whatever. I don't know how long. I don't know how old blood can be. But with bone marrow, it has to be like pretty immediate. The transplant has to happen pretty immediately. So typically like what happens is like you do they extract the bone marrow from you and like literally they go into surgery like that day and do the transplant. So what happened was my sister had sickle cell. My half-sister, I don't know them. I hate talking about this because I don't really know them that well. I never met her, which is so sad because my dad and them, they live like 80 miles away, but he's a piece of shit, so we never met. What happened was she needed a bone marrow transplant because she was like really sick. Like the sickle cell was like really bad. And so he contacted my mom and asked if I would be willing to test for it. And I was like, sure, why not? Oh, I'm a donor, Emily. I'll donate. I was like, you can take it all, bitch. Take it all and burn it all the rest up and put me in a fucking cast or in a fucking tube somewhere and scatter my ashes into the cliffs of a mountain. I don't give a fuck. Once my soul has left this body, I don't care what you do with it. Just don't fuck it. You know, like you can do whatever. Donate my skin, donate whatever. So I went and but I wasn't a match. But she ended up getting a bone marrow transplant, but I don't think it was like a full match. And so I think something happened and like she ended up getting really sick and she passed away. So but yeah, it's annoying. And it's crazy too, like I went to go donate blood in high school, and because like when you're 17 years old you can donate blood without like parental consent in California, and they came and did a blood drive at school. I was kind of outed at school because they were like have you had sex with men? And I was like, yes. And they're like, oh, you can't donate blood. And the guy was pissed too because I'm B negative, which is kind of like a rare blood type. And he was like, we really need your blood. And I was like, well, I've had sex with men, so because I was like truthful. I was like, I'm not about to lie and then get in trouble. Like, am I going to jail? So but yeah, I can't donate blood. So when they do blood drives at school now, like I'm like, I can't. They always ask me like, do you want to donate blood? I'm like, I can't, I'm gay. I'm like, oh. It's stupid. It's like the dumbest thing in the world. I don't understand it. Like, I'll go on PrEP if it means that I can donate blood. But it's stupid. I couldn't donate blood in New Jersey because I got tattooed in West Virginia. That's so dumb. Damn, you're O negative and you can't donate because it's so dumb. It's such an antiquated law. Like, no, you can't. It's a federal law. It's not the same for lesbians. Lesbians can donate blood. It's just gay men. I'm pretty sure lesbians can donate blood. Because it literally asks, are you a man and do you sleep with men? Like on the questionnaire. It doesn't say, are you a woman and do you sleep with women? Also, it's super fucking hard to like, transmit, is that the word? Infect someone like through lesbian sex. Lesbian sex is like some of the safest sex you can have because there's not a lot of body fluid swap and stuff like that. Gays, the reason why gay sex is like really like why HIV is like easier to is because there's like when you have sex, like when anal sex happens, there's things called like micro tears. So like if you have a bunch of like micro tears in your anus, and there's also a bajillion like blood vessels in your butthole. We're going there today. So like it's a lot easier to contract or to become infected with like a sexually transmitted disease through anal sex. Sex ed with MichaelBePetty, right? How is this not a bigger issue? I mean, I went to a protest in LA like 2 years ago about that. But like there's so many other things happening right now that I think people are just like, we got way more shit to worry about than whether or not we can give blood and get free tickets to Six Flags. You know, like... Vaginas get micro tears too. I mean, I don't know. That's what I've heard. I learned more today about gay sex than in high school. See, that's the thing. I would take PrEP. If it meant that I could like donate blood. Look, a real talk, I should just be on PrEP. Even though I don't have sex that much. Yeah, from my understanding that they test the blood, but it's still a rule. It's still a law. Like gay men just can't donate blood. Oh, I can get PrEP. My insurance will pay for my PrEP. It would be like $5 a bottle. I just haven't taken it because I'm like, I don't have sex that often. Like I've had sex twice this year. So like, I'm like, what's the point in me taking something when I don't really engage in that activity? Why aren't you on PrEP? All right, I'll go and talk to my doctor and I'll get a prescription for it. What is PrEP? PrEP is it's like an, what's the word for it? Anaphylactic? It's an anaphylactic medication that people can take to reduce their chances of contracting HIV. I think prophylactic. Not anaphylactic, prophylactic. A pre-prophylaxis. So it's like you take it in preparation. So like what happened is like back in the day, like if you were a nurse or a doctor and you were treating a patient with HIV and say you got it on you, like if you say you got blood on you or something like that, they would have you take this pill and to reduce your your chances of contracting HIV. So what they did was they found out that if someone took like a low dose of this pill every day, it like reduces your chances of getting HIV by like 99% or something crazy. Like, I don't think, are there any cases of people getting HIV while on PrEP? I don't think there is. And you know all those porn stars are having like crazy ass sex. I know about the OnlyFans. So my doctor asked me if I wanted to start taking it, but like he was like, there are side effects. So Charlie, I mean, if you're having risky sex, then yeah, like, but if you're not having like a lot of sex with a lot of different partners, then no. But gay men in general should just be on it, because we're just we're the highest category of people who get HIV. It just is what it is. We just can't help ourselves. I'm just kidding. That's awful. We have a lot of sex. Men just have a lot of sex. Men like to have sex, and surprise, surprise, men that have sex with men have a lot of sex. Michael doing, oh my God, God no. You love how I roll my eyes. Oh shit, I have to meet my friend. He's probably been like texting me being like, what the fuck, dude? All right, y'all, thank y'all so much. We talked about a lot of things. I gave my opinion on a couple people, and that'll probably be the last time I talk about it. Charlie, I'm glad I could educate you. I'm glad I could enlighten you a little bit. It's true. I mean, if you don't like act, if you're not directly impacted by things like that, or you're not like a lot of my stuff comes from I'm forced to learn about it. And I volunteered at in high school because I thought I was going to go to UCLA. And I was like in the IB program and all that stuff, and you had to do volunteer work. So I picked the Desert AIDS Project. So there I just learned a lot being there. And so I learned a lot about like HIV and like how it's contracted and all that stuff. Mainly when I worked there, I mainly just did a lot of meal prep stuff, because a part of that program there was that we would make food. We would make hot meals for we would make a lot of hot meals for like HIV patients, because like when you're sick, you're like when you're like in end stage HIV or like AIDS, like you're really sick. And so we would make a lot of like healthy, nutritious meals for the day, and we would come and we would like bring them their meals. And sometimes I would sit there and I would talk with them and stuff if I had time. If I wasn't like super behind, I would like sit there and just like sit with them while they ate and stuff, because it's so sad. Like when I think back on it, like I don't know, it like makes me like really sad to think about, because like a lot of those men like were by themselves. Like, you know, that's like a part of the community that isn't talked about, is like people, I mean, the stigma's changed a lot even since when I was in high school, but like when you get HIV, like you're considered like dirty, and it's so fucked up. And like people just, your friends like bail on you, and they just like stop talking to you. And like those men would just be alone in their homes, and like no one would come and like just like be with them. And it's just like so sad. And like, and they were older gay men too, like they were like in their 40s and like, so they came out at a time and like being gay wasn't okay, so like they don't have families, like, and they're just alone. And it was just so sad. Like, so that was like a big part of like the Desert AIDS Project, was that they we would make meals, we would have like events, like community events. I did a lot of that. I did a lot of like ticket like raffles, like collecting raffle donations and stuff like that. We had like gay prom. That was fun. But I learned a lot. There was a guy there named Roger, and like, they also have a bunch of like thrift stores. Like that's a way that they make money down here, is they have a bunch of thrift stores around here. And I would volunteer there, and I would just like put clothes away and stuff like that. And he was like the manager there, and he would always like give me the hardest time because he was like, you don't know shit. He's like, you take all these IB classes, you don't know a damn thing. Like, but I learned a lot about like what it is to be a gay man from those men. Like, cause I don't know. You just don't know. I don't know. I was in the, ow. I was like in the closet too. Like, I didn't come out until after high school. I mean, I'm sure people knew, but like, I wasn't like, yeah, hi, I'm Michael and I'm a gay man. So yeah, I learned a lot from them. I learned a lot. I still go every now and then and help. I go like 3 to 4 times a year. We'll donate like a lot of our canned goods, like a lot of stuff we don't eat. That's like, I go and I'll take that like every month. Because there's still people in need. Like, there's still like people who need meals. It's crazy. Yeah, you learn a lot about what gay men had to go through during the 80s and the 90s, and you're like, that's fucking crazy. Like, these people lost their whole fucking lives. Like, Roger is telling me about how like he had like literally he went to 20 funerals in a year, in a fucking year. And I was just like, he buried 20 friends. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was so sad. Like, I don't even know. Like, I had a friend die like this, like a couple months ago, and I was like, I was fucking like distraught over it. I couldn't imagine. And these people are their entire lives. Like, these are their families, because they don't have a family anymore. Their families disowned all of them. So like, their friends are their family, and they all die. And he would tell me he would have like survivor's guilt or whatever, like, because he like was like, he's the only one to live. Like, he was just like, why me? Why am I alive? Why? Like, I was doing all the same things. Like, why was I the lucky one? And it would like fuck him up. Like, he would be like super fucked up about it. Yeah, it's just sad because like, I mean, when you really learn about like how Reagan did gay men dirty during all that, like, we could have stopped a lot of it. Like, we could have stopped so much of it, but because homophobia was a thing, no one did anything until it was like really bad. All right, well, I'm gonna go. I have to go meet my friend. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the super chats. We did a lot. We learned a lot today. I feel like we talked about a lot. I opened up a lot. Until next time, toodles.